the victim also has a low self-esteem. And she says, you know, as if my doll's life story was somehow vitally important. And she says, was I just a hopeless pushover? And I'd always been a terrible liar. You know, saying stuff like that shows that she has low self-esteem. Also, she is dependent in the relationship. You know, she shows that she really needs Edward. She is so dependent on his presence. She says, you know, I was a little more than obsessed by Edward. You know, on the back of the book, I was unconditionally and irrevocably in love with him, which is a sign of a codependent relationship, actually, because irrevocably means basically, like, irreversibly. So that means that she's stuck in the relationship. She mentions how she's stuck in the relationship a lot. You know, she says, you know, she'll hurry up things so that she can see Edward sooner, because she's so, you know, she's so obsessed with seeing him. She's so dependent on seeing him. Another sign is internalizing anger or expressing it in other ways. And I don't know if you've read the book, but she does say that when she's angry, she will cry, and she often cries in his presence, which is expressing anger in another form, which is definitely a sign of a victim's personality. Another sign is choosing loyalty over safety, and how she'll be around him anyway, even though she knows that he's a danger to her. Clinical depression is another one. She touches on her depression a lot, and there are even other signs such as insomnia that are apparent in the book. She says, I wanted to just go sit down and sulk, and let's see, despite my outright lies, the tenor of my emails alerted Renee to my depression, and she called a few times worried. So she actually says that she's depressed. She was wrestling with despair, and I was awakened with renewed hope that I grimly tried to suppress. I mean, try telling me that that's all, you know, just, that's depression. That is depression. Another one is the victim believes that the abuser will change, and she denies that he is bad, such as, you're dangerous, and then later in the page, no, I don't believe you're bad. And you know, she'll say, common sense told me I should be terrified. Instead, I was relieved to finally understand, and I was filled with compassion for his suffering, even now, as he confessed his craving to take my life. I mean, that's definitely, you know, a sign of an abusive relationship. And I have tons of this material. The codependency stuff, there's a lot of material on that, but which is why, you know, I can't really, you know, isolate a certain quote because they're so long. But you can read page 138 to 139, page 251. Oh crap! I didn't cite that page. Yeah, I didn't cite a few of these pages I have to, but saying that their relationship balanced as it did on the point of a knife, which does sound like a codependent relationship, because they're so dependent on each other, and one cannot leave the relationship without the other one getting hurt. That's definitely a sign of a codependent relationship. They're stuck in the relationship and they're dependent on each other. And that's definitely codependent. It's a dangerous relationship, which she admits, and they're stuck in the relationship, and Edward is definitely abusing her. And that's the evidence I have for their relationship being abusive. And I've done a lot of work on this, and hopefully I'll get my work organized. I'll write a thesis, and I'm aiming to get it published, but that might be a while from now. But you can see I have done a lot of work, and it's taken me a while to get through all this, and yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. it's been taking up a lot of my time, and I'm kind of, people, my sisters kind of discourage me from doing it because they say that I have an unhealthy obsession with Twilight, just because I'm reading it so much and analyzing it so much that they're criticizing me for it. But I do have my own goals, and I do hope to reach them someday.